Uh, there are, as you can see in the slides, there are a chart to compare the characteristic of a business environment as was before in 1980s and before, and now in 1990 and until today. Means some of the only some of the example is before today business are looking for continuity. Now we talking about changes. Before we talking about adjustment. Now we looking for transformation. And several years ago we looking about knowledge. Now we're looking for competence. And the style of management are different since several years ago. Now we're looking for facilitation, project groups, and of course, freedom of movement, national, not national boundary, international boundaries. So it's a very interesting way that we can need to look the new characteristics of a business environment today in this business world. Of course, there are forces that behind globalization, who are competition, customer, government, markets, and technology. That's are the five most important forces who driven or are behind of globalization. There are also the key factors to the expansion of the international marketplace, and they are especially important for managers to develop a competitive advantage for their organization around the world. Uh, uh, yes, a manager has to develop a vision, but also to move on to the inside to the workers, global things, globalization concept, and of course the technological changes, and also each one have to learn and develop a cross-cultural dimension. Today, the global manager have to is a person who need to learn how to work in an open environment with not only regulation, not only the skill, but also understanding the culture, the ethics, the social responsibility, to understand what are the global trends and forces, what is the economic, political, technological things of each of the client or each of the countries or each of the region. What is my culture? How I look my local competence, competition, and which one is going to be my global competition. So it's a very complex diagram that the new manager of the today's century have to face if they want to deal in a global world. So a global manager cannot develop a strategic plan or consider investment abroad without first assessing the environment. And to assessing the environment had to be concerned to not only a business environment, but also political, economic, legal, social, technological, and guess what? Cultural environment. Cultural environment. That's one of the new things that managers today have to involve and to have to attach to any business and management skills if they want to go forward in international business. So in this century, we have a six principal type of organization, business organization. And the model predominant is that when we talk about transnational. Of course, we have, we talk about export, import, international, multinational, global. So one of the new concepts that coming to the table is that we're talking about transnational organization. Probably during this class also we're going to talk about the role of the cultural and managerial organization. As you know, the organization behavior is just focused in in the person, and not only in the business aspect, but also as a person. We're going to talk a little bit later on the role that the people itself have inside of the international business and inside of the culture. Culture is a competitive advance, and it's a really competitive advance. Different level of competence, awareness, and skill are required to navigate uh, to the global marketplace. Um, we have several companies today who understand perfect that. One example of that is Johnson and Johnson, Pfizer, Baxter, Procter and Gamble, Intel, and tons of other companies who move already in terms of global, be global. So the new leadership, the new manager style require a new challenges and a new global vision. There are no doubt that we are in the era of global business and the cultural transformation. Most companies now understand that competitive advantage no longer uh, come from formal structures, rigid structure, but require a dynamic organization, organization who move on fast and change every day, an organization that take inside of the organization the cultural aspect, that be effective, that recognize the new competence and practices of the individuals who create and support the sustain of the organization. Individuals who often uh, don't share the cultural background. So we need to understand all of this situation.